absolutely not.
playing in harmony.
Yeah. You know, that was, listen, man, that was a deal that was made, and you know what? These guys jumping over to live and getting the money, getting paid, and you know, doing what they did. Uh, everyone else had that
It
opportunity.
was all a risk. They took a
Right.
risk. They took it.
They took it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like only certain guys were being given the opportunity. Every single one of those PGA players, especially the high profile guys, they all had an opportunity,
the
right?
chance, yeah.
And it sucks because honestly, the one guy championing for the PGA and the face of the PGA and fighting against the PGA and all that, which was Rory, right? I mean, from the beginning, he was the one guy that just kept on, even if the other guys felt the same way, no one was saying it.
Nobody was saying
You know, he was the only one. And guess what? Now everything has turned full circle. Now they're working together. They're trying to work this out together. And honestly, you know, they made him look like, you know, the scapegoat, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
No one had his back.
No,
one had his back. They left him out to,
hanging.
they left him out to hang, bro.
left him hanging.
They left him out to hang. And even Rom, that was one of the guys at first complaining and bitching and moaning about, you know, the whole lift thing. The minute that they gave him the money that he wanted, he jumped and left.
He took off.
Right? So now you're asking this billion-dollar company that should have been doing right, and this is where Manny, this is where I have the problem with the PGA, because
now they got the money.
now they have the money. As soon as the live players started getting the money, as soon as the live players, everyone started seeing that. All of a sudden, now tournaments, they have money for big pot tournaments, 20 million.
Now they're elevated
events. Elevated events, signature events. They raising the money. Where is this money coming from?
It was there the whole time.
It was there the whole time. So you know that unlike any other a lot of other sports, right? Golf is not guaranteed. These guys have to actually play and win and place in the top in order to make money and make a living, right? So if you're not one of the top players that has endorsements, right, or a high profile player like Ricky Fowler, even though he doesn't win a whole lot, but you know, he's one of those guys that
well-known name,
right? A well-known name. And honestly, this guy probably has made more money probably on endorsements than you know than winning, because he hasn't won a whole lot, right? He's been up and down and had a streak of just bad years, right? But this guy, I mean, for whatever reason, the companies love him and he's making tons of money.
He's got a recognizable name.
So unless you're making money off endorsements or you're winning and placing good every year, you're as a golfer, you're not making money.
Yeah.
So you're asking these guys to be loyal. Meanwhile, Rory went to fight for you guys, stuck his chest out there, put his whole reputation out there, fighting. You know, while you know, Tiger was hurt because Tiger wasn't there helping him out, right? Tiger was hurt. He was coming in and out whenever he wanted. So
Tiger's there now, but
he's there now. But when that was happening, Rory was the only name that was fighting.
Yeah.
So you know, PGA, you know what? Shame on you for crapping on your players, for holding out on your players, and then on top of that, demanding the live players that defected to pay back money. Nah, I don't think so, bro.
No. That's crazy.
No way.
I just think, make the deal or not, but I'm not giving you back my money.
No way.
I took the risk. I left.
Yeah.
Something secure for something new. And
how about, you know what? Hey, we're going to make this deal, but you know what? We're going to take care of the PGA players that stood here and were loyal to us. So we're going to give you guys a bonus.
Go about it a different way.
Instead of forcing them to give him, you know what? We're going to take care of you guys. Or live, you know what? You know, let's combine and give, you know, so that way everyone is happy on both sides, right? Because, you know, it benefits live also, right, to have this, you know, and little by little, listen, they're getting what they wanted, right? You know, little by little,
they'll be popular.
Little by little, now they're being allowed to play in the Ryder Cup. Yeah. Now they're being allowed. So little by little, everything is working out. But once you have that unification, right, and that stigma goes away from live, right, and all the craziness and everything, and now they're kind of just one, right? PGA live, right? It'll be PGA/live. So once they have that going and they have that entity now going, it's going to benefit Live, right? Because now they're going to get the full benefits of the PGA and the endorsements and everything that's going on with them. So you know what? Work out a deal where, hey man, let's take care of the PGA players that were loyal, and instead of forcing these guys to pay back some money. You know, I think that's the win-win.
What would you change about the PGA Tour? One thing, good or bad, or positive or negative?
Yeah, and from seeing the Live, there's some things that I don't, I'm not crazy about. Like to me, and I like this new wave of golf that's coming in, but I also like some of the traditional, right? I like some of the traditional stuff that goes on. I don't like the stuffiness and the elitist status that was going on, where only the rich and people with money could play, right? That's why I like this whole pandemic golfers, right? That's come in, right? Where now it's more accessible, right? Everyone now it's being accepted, right? And it's changing. You see now on golf courses a lot of streetwear, which I'm okay with, right? At one point, there was no hoodies allowed. Now everyone wears hoodies, right? Even the PGA players are going into that. But I also like some of the traditional stuff. Like to me, if you're a professional player, right, you should dress like it. Like the whole Live style with the shorts.
No, not a fan?
Yeah, not a fan, man. Not a fan.
You're not a fan of shorts anyway.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. 100-degree weather, I'm wearing my...
not me.
Yeah, I'm wearing pants.
I like the shorts. I don't think some of those guys pull it off.
Yeah.
Some of those guys look like dorks.
And a lot of it, and that's the other thing too, right? The shoes, the socks, it has to look, and it necessarily doesn't have to be, because I've seen big dudes pull it off and they look great.
Yeah.
And I've seen skinny guys that usually a skinny guy, you can throw on a shirt and the pants and these guys look great, right? Because just of their body frame, right? It's big guys like us that kind of make the clothes look bad sometimes, right? Because of our frame. But I've seen some of these dudes not pull it off. And what that happens is when you see a professional that looks dressed that badly, it reads amateur to me. You know what I'm saying? Where on the PGA you have these guys well dressed and trimmed and this and that, and it looks like that's the one thing that me personally I don't like about the Live, that it looks like just guys on the weekends playing.
Guys over.
Yeah, it's like, when you go see a professional event, whether it's baseball, basketball, these guys are all dressed in uniform. And that's the other thing. Like if you're gonna do shorts, then just do all shorts. So everyone looks uniformed, and that's the problem that I have. Is I don't really have an issue with the shorts so much, but if you're gonna do shorts, then do all shorts, so that way they're all looking the same,
match, so
right?
Look the same.
Exactly, uniform. This is a professional event. This is a professional league. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I have an issue with, and with the PGA, just the stuffiness. And I know they're trying to come out and they're trying to, allow, like, for instance, these tournaments now that they're having with the creators, right? The content creators, and trying to, because they're realizing, hey, these guys are putting us, on a different spectrum, and other people are starting to watch, which is the younger version, which is what they
audience.
Right, they want to get, and letting them kind of allow the hoodies and the those tight pants, the joggers and stuff like that. That I kind of like, but they still kind of I don't know. There's certain things like with like the music blaring in certain holes. Like I watch Live, and that dude, it sounds like the speakers right here. Yeah, I'm not crazy about. But and then you go to a PGA Tour event, and bro, you can't even breathe because everyone is like, shh, shh, they're on the tee. Stop that, man, stop that.
The only thing I would change is it is a change, right? Like, bring an event to Jersey. There hasn't been an event in Jersey since
different place.
21.
Absolutely, try something different.
But word is they're coming back 27.
Oh yeah.
Back to Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Back to Liberty National.
Okay.
But let's see now some personal questions for you. What's your favorite course?
You know, I recently played. I played a few courses this year, you know, and thanks to Mansion Ridge, you know, they hooked it up, man. The Monster, we got to play there. Uh, it's in Monticello. That's going to be a ride for you. Have you heard of it?
No.
Yeah, it's an old course. They closed it down. It was when I moved up here about almost 20 years ago. It was called the Blue Monster, right? And then it wasn't doing well. Golf, you know, like around the mid 2000s.
Right?
Yeah, it was closed. You know,
Pre-Tiger?
yeah, pre-Tiger. No, actually, you know, right around when Tiger started getting hurt. Remember after his stretch,
Okay.
right? And he was kind of on the down.
Oh, wait.
No. After 10.
Okay.
After 2010, he was kind of on and off, and then all of a sudden he went on a stretch where the back, this, that, and he was on and off, and that's where Nike kind of tanked also, because if you don't have your main man pushing off, you know, that's when they signed Rory, but Rory alone couldn't do it. Then the Jason Day came a few years later, and they just couldn't hold on to it or whatever. But when Tiger was going through that up and down where you didn't see him for a couple of years or whatever, kind of golf kind of took that dip to the point where golf courses started closing. They were at the point of just bankrupt, and then guess what? The pandemic came and kind of like shut everything down. Then lifted everything up again, right? That's when everyone just kind of started jumping in there and doing it. So the Blue Monster started on 2019, right before the pandemic hit, and they shut down, and then they started up again. So I just played it. So that one there, Manny, is
nice.
like. Yeah. The service is over the top.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's over the top. So,
public course?
It's a public course. It's a public course. But, of course, there you have three things going on there. You have the big casino, right? Then the water park.
Oh, it's a resort kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing, right? So you have the casino. Then the water park is a huge indoor water park. And we actually stood there a few months before the pandemic. We celebrated New Year's there with my family. My brother came up, and with my family, his family, we went there and we spent New Year's that there. And then a few months later, the pandemic broke out in March. So you have that, and now the golf course. So what they're hoping is that the high rollers and the people that are staying in those hotels play there. The only thing is that it's very expensive. It's $260 to play. But Manny, the service, you turn around, there's someone there cleaning your clubs, cleaning your ball. I mean, it's like a butler, having your own personal butler. And the course.
Well, like on the course, like a ranger?
No, like that there too. I mean, the carts, I mean, everything is just like high class. You go to the range has food, snacks. Yeah, there's a person behind you. Every time you hit a ball, if you want your clubs clean, they're there to clean it. I mean, it's just. I've never seen service like that for a public course. So that one there, I only played it once, and I've been trying to get back to it, but the GM left, and that was kind of our hookup with Mansion Ridge. So now we're trying to figure something out. But I've played a few recently. I played the Trump course in Hudson, and in Hudson Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Trump Hudson whatever. I forgot the name of it. Dude, private course? That was the first time playing a private course. I mean, the fresh flowers, like you go up to a tee box, you have these stones, like, and fresh flowers throughout. Like, I was like, wow, this is how a private course. The carts, you have moist towels there no, this is like next level stuff there, man. Yeah. And then the one in Ferry Point. So those three, I played that one. I showed the video. That one there, again, is expensive. It's $250. But that one there, it's a links course. And Manny, I'm telling you, bro, it's like that was more links than Bali. Like Bali Owen over here in Crystal Spring. I played it, and it was great. It's nice. But this one here, I don't know. I've never played a links course, but the group that I was with, it's like that. That was it. I think out of all three, it's between the Monster and the Ferry Point. But the Ferry Point was nice, man. Yeah, the views. You got the bridge, water. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Nice. Yeah.
Music or no music on the course for you?
I can go either way, honestly. Yeah, I can go either way. It doesn't matter. Like whoever I play with, that doesn't really. For me, me personally, I don't put it. Like I'm not a music person. My wife tells me there's something wrong with you that you don't like music, and I like music.
I like your wife already. I don't know her, but
yeah,
she's already.
I like music at certain times. Like I'm not a music person.
Yeah.
Like I like it at certain times, and she'll ride with me. She goes, "But why you don't have the radio on?" I was like, "Oh, you don't want music?" I said, "No, it's
Oh,
okay."
in your own car?
Yeah. Like a lot of times, it's just like I'll be focused, thinking about things. Like I'm
thinking how many chuletas you're gonna cut.
yeah, I'm a big. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a big. I'm thinking, and I'm always thinking about next week and 2 months from now, a year from now. That's how my mind works. I need to be prepared for something that hasn't happened yet. So I'm always thinking. My wife's telling me, Carlos, you're gonna go crazy. I said, yeah, but you know what? If that pandemic comes, I'll be ready. And, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always, my mind is always like on the next day, tomorrow, this and that. So like music disrupts that for me. Like for me, music just doesn't let me focus. But if you're playing and you want to hear it, that's cool. I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm a music guy, but low volume.
Yeah.
Low, like
yeah.
Sometimes like where only I could hear it.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm walking on a cart, we'll share. The car and my buddies will play it. I can't have two different speakers though. It's either one, me or you, or
And my buddy that I play with a lot, he just hit me up to go play. He likes music, but he plays everything. Like he has a mix, just in case if you're not into hip hop or this or that. He'll sometimes out of the blue Sinatra comes on or whatever, or Spanish reggaeton or this and that. So he has a big for everyone,
everyone,
which is cool.
Bucket list course. What's on Carlito's Way?
Pebble,
bucket
man.
list, Pebble, yeah.
Pebble, man. We got a spot. We're planning that trip. And my wife's retiring this year, so I told her, I said, listen, once you get to retirement money, it's different. Like, we're gonna be. So I was trying to get that trip done, like this year, because it's an expensive trip. So we already have a place picked out that we want to stay at. Because I how many times are you going to play Pebble, right?
Yeah,
it's
probably just once.
Right, and it's so expensive. It really is expensive, right, to play. So I wanted to stay on property and do the package, and play because they have, it's not just Pebble.
I thought you had to stay on property to play.
No.
Or could you stay?
Yeah, but you have to do like a wait list type thing. And show up or whatever, and that's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? So if you're staying off property, because I had called and I asked, whatever, well, you can do a wait list and show up here. And I said, okay, what time? Huh? Well, the earlier the better, this is that, but there's no guarantee. They're telling, so that's the thing. We head out there, we get a spot off Pebble because we're trying to stay in Carmel. That's, that Clint Eastwood owns that, right?
Where?
Pebble.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
I might have heard that before. I thought it was like a group, him in a group.
Him in a group, and you know that he was the mayor of Carmel.
Never knew that.
Yeah, so that town is a very rich, ritzy town and stuff like that. So he was the mayor there for a while, and then with the group, whatever, he went in, but he's the face.
The face, the big name in that group.
There you go.
Gotcha.
So it's
funny, like. Okay, he's in that group. They own Pebble, and I'm sure they own a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But I put any money down that he's not the richest guy in that group.
No, of course not. Absolutely
not.
No. And I was just gonna say that. I'm pretty sure there's some hedge fund guy or some banker, some dude that
Joe Schmo
that has the money, but says, hey man, we need you to be the face of this. Especially him having that connection with that town. Being the mayor of the town, and hey, you now being the next mayor, how to maneuver, how to get around.
Just like how rich some people are. Like it's outrageous.
It's crazy. Like sometimes I'm watching the show, and I actually watch an episode, I think her name is Lindsay Ledbetter or something like that. Her dad is famous instructor or something like that.
Oh.
And she does she has this episode where she plays with people like three holes and stuff, right? So she was doing Jim Nance. So I wanted, dude, this guy's voice, it comes on and it's like, he was talking his house. He has a house on Pebble.
Nice. That's the one with the short game, right? Area in the back? Is that the house they're always showing on?
I think so.
He's got like putting greens and chipping greens.
His house is ridiculous. I forgot what hole it's on or whatever, But yeah, he was talking about it, and I wanted it because I knew that was going to come up, And she's, of course, she asked him, how is it living, and then working. Because not only does he live there, but he actually gets to work some of the tournaments, right? And he was talking about it, and I'm like, wow, man. And I think he has the view of hole number 7 or whatever it is. That's like one of the famous holes or whatever. And I'm like, wow, man, this guy, dude.
What's your dream foursome, dead or alive? Anybody?
Man, it's funny. It's funny. I never thought about that.
No?
No. And it's crazy because I've heard that before. Like, oh, what's your dream foursome or this and that or whatever, and I'm like, oh, and I start thinking about it, but then it kind of goes. Like, I'm like,
it changes.
It just like, Manny, like obviously, I would love, honestly, I would love to play with Tiger. Not just because he's Tiger, but bro, have you seen Tiger? How funny this dude is?
He's a ball buster.
Yes.
That's what I get from him. He's a ball buster.
Ball buster.
Fucking sarcastic.
Yes.
And straight face.
Yeah, and he has that.
Only he knows. Maybe one other person knows he's joking, and
exactly.
You're like.
Yeah, so you don't know where. But obviously in the circles, like obviously, I love watching him and JT go at it.
Yeah.
They bust each other's ball, and I love it because it's not disrespectful.
No,
it's a lot of needling and a lot of and I love it because I love that type of humor. Where it's subtle, but it gets you. It gets you because it's true what he just said. What I'm saying? Like I remember they were playing. I think it was the match or something like that, and he walks by subtle. Like JT hit a bad tee shot, and he hit one. He hits one way past JT, and he says something. He walks by and he goes, "Yeah, I'll see you up there," or something like that. And JT looks at him like this dude is 20 years older than me, and he's hitting the ball right bombing it over me. So I love that. But yeah, somebody with him, like somebody like that. But honestly, it's weird. You probably ask that to a lot of golfers, and they have their list.
They got their list.
Like now, and honestly, I would have to think about that. Yeah, man.
For me, it'd be Tiger.
Yeah.
And my 2 sons.
Nice.
My youngest, he plays, but my middle kid, my oldest son, doesn't play. They both started out together. Like we'd go to the range.
Yeah.
And I'd give them a club, and they both start hitting balls.
Yeah.
Obviously, one took to it, the other one didn't care. Like I always tell them, even to this day, like, come on, I'll pay for lessons.
Yeah.
Go get lessons so we can play. So we can play. He's like, nah.
He just doesn't.
Yeah, everybody has different interests.
Yeah. Yep.
Not all your kids are into the same thing. So,
absolutely. I
tell them like, hey, come on, man, let's go play. Play with me just one time, just once. Come out and play.
Dude, I thought that honestly, the transition for my son, since he played baseball, would be perfect for golf. And bro, you don't know. I offered to buy him clubs, this and that or whatever, and he's like, we'll play one. I took him once. He actually surprised me, which was awesome. Last year, he played with me on my birthday. So, he's like, oh, Dad, your birthday's coming up, I want to go play. And I was like, you sure? So it was kind of tough because I tried that week leading up. I said, Gabi, listen, golf is hard. Don't think that, I was just like you, bro, thinking that, hey, it's baseball. It's kind of hitting a ball. It's the same. Yeah. And sure enough, bro, he had that baseball swing going and everything. And he was just all over the place and he was frustrated. So he's like, Dad, I'm not going to hit off the tee no more. So he just like, I was like, all right, so we'll just play kind of a scramble. You'll play with me or whatever, and then we'll hit the ball. But we had a great time. But yeah, he's like, I'll do it maybe when I get older or whatever. So I told him, I said, listen, dude, you're in the academy now. A lot of these guys, they play. I said, get a leg up. Don't go now. All of a sudden, you meet a group of guys, and now they're playing, and you're behind the 8-ball. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe.
Good stuff. What's your favorite club to hit?
I like the driver, right? But it's like that love-hate with it. But honestly, the one club that I really like, it's my 54, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. I like it, man. I like it because when it's on, there's nothing better, Manny, than chipping from a tough spot and landing within a few feet, for a tap in or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my 54, I've gotten close to, I've noticed the importance of how important around the greens are, and the putting, So yeah, my 54, man, I love it.
Nice. I'm a hybrid guy. I love my hybrid.
Yeah. Well, you hit it well too.
And whenever my driver's not working for me, that's my plan B.
Yeah. I know. The time we played in the Shannock, you were killing that hybrid. Killing the hybrid. You didn't use it too much today. Your driver was good though.
My driver, it's consistency, man. I told you, like.
Yeah.
I got 5 rounds in this month.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah, you were hitting your driver good today.
I've been hitting the driver well with these last few rounds, and. So unless I like today, a lot of the dog leg lefts or rights.
Yeah.
I'll hybrid or iron, but I've been hitting the driver very well because I've been playing off.
Yeah.
So that goes with that. Let's see. I'm almost running out of questions here. What's your favorite content creator? Who's your favorite? YouTube, Instagram, whatever.
When I started watching YouTube, right? I started playing during the pandemic. When I started watching, the main guy that I watched, and I really enjoyed it because he has a variety of it, was Mr. Short Game.
Yeah.
I really enjoy his content, because he's funny. And he does different, it's different. He does a lot of teaching, but then he does, he'll do the reviews, which I like.
I like the country club reviews.
That when he started doing that took off. That took off, and people started just requesting it even more and more and more. Yeah, absolutely. The only thing with him, and he's done it a few times, that I would love to see him do a little bit more, but he just doesn't do, is play with other people. He doesn't do a whole lot of it. He's done it a few times with PV, this other dude, and he's played a few people here and there. But he doesn't. Like Golficity, the same thing. They've played a few times with other people, but
there used to be two guys called Golfaholics.
Yeah.
They stopped, but they used to play with him a lot.
They used to play with him a lot, right? You're right. They stopped. Yep.
Those guys were good.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, those were like the first guys I followed.
Them, yeah, they were good. They were good.
Golfaholics.
Yeah.
But I'm from California.
Yep, San Diego. They were out there because he was from out there.
One of them was the shorter guy was
a coach, right?
A high school golf team coach.
Yep. He still links up with him.
Does he?
Yeah. He just did an episode last week that I saw,
check it out.
And they were playing. He was doing a review of a course that wasn't that great. And he had him on it.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, I'm a big no laying up guy.
Okay.
No laying up.
Yeah.
They cover the tour. They cover themselves.
They do a lot of trips.
I like the trips. I
Yeah.
like the series strapped that they do.
Yeah.
Where these guys have Big and Sully is his guy's name. Well, they have a certain amount of money to spend per day. And
Okay.
Depending how they play, they'll get bonuses.
Okay.
Or they'll get money taken away. Yeah, I like that.
They're good.
I like that. They don't do much of the review stuff. That's not their thing. But,
and they have
they cover a lot of Corn Ferry guys. They cover a lot of LPGA. I like that. I like those
their
guys.
podcast, right? They have a good podcast, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I think that they're one of the top podcasts. Like if you go,
podcast?
Like if you go to Spotify or
I think it's them and Foreplay.
Yep.
The Barstool guys.
I think they were number one because I looked at the top 50 podcasts and they were up there. They were up there. I think they were one, if I'm not mistaken.
What's your favorite golf brand? Whether it be gear, clothes, whatever.
I mean, right now, because I work with Callaway, I tried. My first set was these TaylorMade M6 that they were for like beginners, not beginners, but like not that they were more forgiving clubs. And then tried that for a year, and then once I started working with Callaway, I just stuck with them. Yeah. Just they've been good. And I've tried different balls, and honestly, the Chrome Soft, I like those the best, man. Not that I buy them, but when I do find them, they tend to perform better.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, I'm busting your chops here. What's your favorite pair of golf shoes?
I don't know. It's funny too. This morning, I was. Oh my God, dude! My wife, she told me too. She was like, "That's it, bro. That's it.
Knock it off."
Yo, bro. And I went and this has to be my last pair. That was it. But I bought some like these. Spikeless, but some nice colors, some different colors. But I sold a whole bunch of them because I had so I had so many. So I went on eBay and I've been selling tons of stuff. It just takes time. But I sold some MG4s, some Jordans. I think I sold like 3 pairs of my Jordans, man. It was just too much, man, because I kind of redid the little space that I had for the podcast, and it was just I didn't have enough room. And now with all this crap that I'm getting from working with the companies and stuff like that, dude, now I had to I had a flood years ago in my basement, so I never redid it. We just fixed it up and cleaned it out and just fixed it, used some pumps and all that. But we never redid it. I told her, I said, I'm not spending money on redoing this basement. So I just have like my son's workout stuff and weights and stuff that he had down there. So I started kind of fixing it so I can bought these shelves and stuff so I can start putting the stuff that they're sending me. Where am I? I mean, there's just so much stuff that I can, And it's funny, dude, I was thinking of doing a giveaway, right? For people, that support and stuff like that. But I did a giveaway with Lombardi, right? My boy put a hit on me. And, so I did a giveaway with him. And, Manny, the amount of money that I spent sending the stuff out.
Oh, shipping stuff out?
Yeah. Like, I'm like, no, bro. Like, I shipped out the putter that he had sent me, right, for the giveaway. And I should have let him keep it and have him send it because I guess through his company, it's cheaper. Because he gets
he's for like a bulk rate or something.
Exactly.
Like that. They do so much.
Right. So, bro, when I sent that putter, thank God it was to Florida. The guy that won it was in Florida, but still, I think it was like $70. Yo, I ended up spending, I think it was like $150 in shipping for these giveaways. So I'm like, no, because I had a cart bag that Ask Echo sent me to review. So I'm not going to use a cart bag, right? They sent it. They wanted me to review it. And it's downstairs. It's brand new. So I'm like, man, maybe somebody, I can give this away. But I was like, you know how much it's going to cost for me to ship this out? So I was like, well, maybe I'll say, well, listen, whoever wants this, if you want it, pay the shipping and you can have the bag. But, now I got to go and get a price on the bag. They got to have to send me the money. And it's just too much trouble, man. So because I was honestly, bro, I have polos, hats and this and that, a lot of stuff that I'm not using. And I'm like, man, I would love to. What I wanted to do was give it to like a high school.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some shoes, some clothes and stuff like that, like a high school that actually needs it and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but then again, I'm like, well, maybe I'll do a local one somewhere in the tri-state area, because I have, buddies, followers and stuff like that from other states. And I'm like, okay, shipping the stuff out, again, it comes down to, it's going to cost a lot of money. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe do something in the tri-state, a local school that needs it for kids, because, high school kids, they're bigger than us now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they could use the shirts, the hats and stuff like that. Maybe some underprivileged kid that doesn't have clothes to go golf and stuff like that. Bro, I have all this new stuff there that I'm just not gonna wear, man. So I'd rather give it to them. But so
good. That's it. Last one. If Liv called you tomorrow to be their official social media content creator, would you go?
Man, I'm dropping everything, man. I'm heading out there to live. I'm going out there, bro. If they say, listen, man, you can't bring your family. It was a good 30 years, all right? I'm gone, all right? I'll see you later. Enjoy, all right, kids? Kids,
Peace, I'm out.
Yeah, peace, I'm out. I'm gonna go live my life, all right? That's it, My wife, you can go, find somebody else. I'm gone. I'm ride or dying with Live Golf.
Travel the country.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's
Travel the
it.
world.
That's it. It's my time now, Manny. It's my time.
Oh man.
This was good. This was good, man.
Good stuff, man. We
This
definitely
was
got to do
good.
this more often.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Listen, if it works out and we do October 4th, we can do another one from over there from the
let's do
Shannon.
it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Let's do
man.
it.
That was good, brother. Yes, sir, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for putting up with me and my whole setup here. I emptied out my bedroom.
I know, bro. I know. Yo, if you guys see the setup, man, this guy has a tremendous setup, bro. I couldn't believe that he brought this out for it, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me. And thank you for that ass whipping you gave me, all right? It wasn't nice. It wasn't nice, all right?
Peace.
Peace, guys.
Later.
Peace.
Oh, man.
Damn, man. That was nice, man. That was nice.
Yeah, I think